Overall approach here, I don't think we're going to see too much of a difference, but interesting for us to start here on Breeze. Prophet for me, obviously the biggest talking point. A little shaky previously, upwards trend for him the last few times we've seen it, but he is such a pivotal part of this composition on Breeze that I'm certainly looking for him to have a good game here on map 1.
It's already obviously vitality on the attack, meaning Heretics on the defending side. Nora trying to get things started with that crunch towards B. So we're going to be in the crosshairs and a quick execution. It's simple stuff for Prophet. The man you wanted to see start well.
Well, actually, eventually he gets at least one in that situation. Sayonara to shut that down now.
يلعبون كيليان بي. يا سلام يا كي.
You consider this, we'll find Lurker ahead of time. Opportunity now, the headshot actually on Chronicle, piecing together a ton of damage here. To clean up with a 3K. The pistol secured here for vitality.
أخبر فايبر كيو
صوبة جت. Looks as if Heretics is going to get one.
أكثر تيم لعب أفضل تشكيلة.
Towards site.
أنا بالنسبة لي فيتاليتي أكثر تيم يلعب تشكيلة أنا أحبها.
Vitality were struggling in those pistols. They were absolutely down in the doldrums, something that had plagued them for a long time. Speaking to Powell during that kind of rebuild phase when hope was reignited.
يا بيش بسلبكم كل شيء تشوف بالأجريسيف يجي بالنيشيتر يجي كيو.
Which is actually really interesting for such a young player to kind of
Smoke,
be reflective in that way. But certainly for me,
أنا سموك حط على ذاك بس يعني.
Vitality have really
يا كان جو
stretched their legs a bit. He has been the focal point of this team. A weird engagement here. We're actually coming out way worse off. Exchange with Chronicle.
إيه قفلة ما حد حطها أنت.
Now again when they identify that.
المفروض الآن تقفلي. بس خلاص زي ما هو. زي إنك ذكرت أنا نسيت.
He's kind of essential at this point, and as you can see, it's a bit of a messy trade out. Who does manage to catch Chronicle, but really the bulk of it was going to be this B hit, but they've cancelled on this.
وإذا سويت كنسله يرجع لهم النقاط. تشوز تختار فاز وتسلم. أنت بتسلم غلط. أنت يعني خلاص توقف التصويت. إذا ما كلمة أند موجودة، الحين مكتوب تشوز معناته متقفل. إذا مكتوب ستارت بريدكشن يعني معناته ما في تصويت تبدأ. يلعبون فايبر الحالة اي لان سيج تعوض. فهمت علي سيج؟
And in position to do more damage. Great for him to build up that ult early. Also just feel confident, right? Get that going as best he can. Plant's obviously going to be in. And the name of the game for Heretics is one, don't feed it too much, and two, see if they can make it costly somewhere.
ياخذ الجن ان شاء الله.
أعطاه Guardian. Swing out fine Prophet. Now you want to really see 3 of these weapons maintained, but Rians does have a scope to try and do some further damage, and Boo keeping them interested for the time being. Vitality got to manage their time effectively here.
Yeah, they do need to be a little bit careful, right? There's a fine line, and Durga might be just dying for the cause. It's fine, the round will be theirs, but the silver lining is the Heretics. They made something out of nothing, even in the loss of a round.
Enemy remaining. Beat to find Boo at least.
قرب كيو.
Will give it up to the spikes. The 2-0.
أول
Guardian maintained here as a frugal purchase.
أول كله.
I think it'll have too much of an impact.
يعني ما سوى بلانت ولا إيش؟ ولا خذ أورب.
Heretics coming out with a ton of damage you wouldn't expect, given the situation here on that approach back into the A side. All progress here. It's Sayonara and Prophet to
ولا مات. أوكي.
at least capitalize on these opening couple of rounds. Nothing really to note. Heretics Boo getting closer and closer.
إيوه الحين احنا نبث بطولة لندن. ماسترز لندن. أوقات البث تكون 44 45 قبل الساعة 5. الماتش الأول يبدأ الساعة 5. فهمت علي؟ هذا لين ما تنتهي ب 21 بعد 9 أيام. بعد ما تنتهي بناخذ بريك بسيط نرجع لبثوث اللعب. بثوث اللعب أنا أحدده في تويتر. أكتب لكم الظهر الصباح العصر حرة الليل أدري إيش نخطط سوا وقتها فهمت؟ لا جت بطولة الشامبيونات سنة في الصين وقتها كل فجر نعدل وننشر ونكتب في تويتر فتابعني على تويتر عشان يجيك العلم أول بأول بوقات البثوث سواء كان وقت البطولات ولا وقت اللعب.
To a situation like this, it's a little bit of a different one where you have to be so aggressive and confident.
لا.
Stood out to us.
Yeah, they're very momentum.
خلص ده وراح نشوف كأس العالم. ترى مقبلين على اي دبليو سي الغرفة الإلكترونية الشهر الجاي. اوكي ألت وال ما يسمع ما ينتبه انا هنا الكومبو الجامد.
that is a really choreographed take there towards that front pillar. That's
bloody hell.
Benji threads the needle.
Oh.
Stunning on the follow-up, but it's quelled quickly by Profek. Already a 3v2 and sights in their control.
بونس راوند الفيتاليتي ولا لا؟ والله بروفيك سوى بلانت وصار معه 3000 نكست، يقدر يشتري نفسه واللي معه والعائله الكريمه كلهم.
Man advantage here for Vitality, and they just need to tuck in.
الله يستر.
Forcing Woot to clear all of this deep space.
الله يستر.
Gets himself into window, but
no one's playing to it.
Yeah, the clock's running down already.
Yeah, they've got to get a wiggle on if they even fancy a chance. This feels like, as much as these rounds are very costly for Vitality, they are in the upper hand. Boo! It's a formality in the end as Vitality get a good three. I said these haven't been clean, right? These aren't the easiest outcomes. But by now you're sitting at 3-0. You know that you've got Heretics money and finances on the back foot.
كسموك بريزرف اذا واحد اوكي واحد واثنين هاربر بلا منازع. فايبر ما عاد اشوفها سموك صراحه معليش ما اشوف فايبر سموك تكون بغرض السموك بس فايبر هنا اشوفها زي سيج تكون بغرض سموك بس ما تطول. هاربر بلا انا اهينك انا اهينك منين فلش.
And Woot on the other side, probably expecting this. I can imagine the pre-fire should be relatively accurate. No.
I was going to say, if that angle actually suits Woot a little better, but
سجل.
Catch a glimpse and just shut down immediately.
That's such a nice early pick again. Above a minute still, plenty of time to play with. All they've really seen is Durka. They don't maybe know that there's a lot behind this yet.
أنا من كي أول مرة دير عنه.
Wants information, right? They maybe want to try and stack out the right side or just get.
Absolute يامبي سينما.
See how far he tries to progress.
سجلتها نكست طلع لي بريزة بلعب كيو بس اقول على التيم.
Three bodies behind this though. They've got to do their due diligence in terms of the clearance. Boo does have a bulldog in hand to do some damage. Go through. Durka to dash in. Doesn't actually catch him on the first tier and stunned away.
In 30 seconds, it does get a bit dangerous now. 3 players on the site and a decent enough couple of weapons to make something threatening. Gosh, Morass though, put to bed. Durka showing that pedigree here. A simple round, but patiently played. Diligence from Yampi on the call as well. I'm liking what I'm seeing. It feels well balanced.
Absolutely. NG, only a sheriff in hand, so not much of a chance to do damage here if he's even given the opportunity to find an exit across the map.
نشم اليدين لا ما اشتغل والله.
So impressed so far. Vitality looks so composed in some of these slower setups.
اتوقع انه قاعد يمقلب يا العنود.
Step back behind.
اتوقع ما بدخل في النية.
Default could have potentially pieced together two with the bulldog. Benji will catch a tag here. Will shut down Chronicle at least. Perfect. Still certainly interested. Will lose.
والله طيح له كم واحد.
This round has been costly, man. It is costing Vitality an arm and a leg to be doing this, but the number keeps marching on.
ولا شلبي بس.
Vitality not feeling much of a threat here from Heretics. I can imagine early timeout should be on the cards, because as Billy was saying earlier on,
قناة الجديدة شلبي.
It was a close affair when they met last in that final.
ما فيها الا فيديو واحد.
I'd argue probably in a different way. They were fighting tooth and nail.
عشان المساحة.
Unfortunately, this is where you come back to the composition. In terms of Heretics, kind of success throughout stage one, it was built around Crossmass. I think that's fair to say. Certainly the driving force to get a couple of these other players certainly playing more confidently.
Yes,
in Heretics, it's always the, I hate saying it, the age-old discussion, our own game. And then there was always just slow and questions from the outside looking at that. And really, for me, you've got to have everybody.
اي شلبي قناة شلبي هذه قناة جديدة. نيو شانل. ماي نيو مين شانل. القناة الرئيسية الجديدة. هي القناة الرئيسية الآن لي هذه. القناة القديمة واللي أنزل فيها يوميا اسمها شلبي كليبس صار. هي نم الإزعاج كني في راديو. أوكي. القناة القديمة اللي فيها مقاطع للدفنة فوق حول 350 80 400 مقطع. سميناها شلبي كليبس. بما معناه أنه بتكون ديلي او كل يومين ملخصات بطوله جيم بلايز هناك. فهمت؟ المحتوى متعوب عليه والجامد وبيكون تنزيل شهري ان شاء الله في القناه الجديده. فتابعني على الثنتين. يلا نرجع الجيم.
opportunity really to take a round back. Actually pivoting over to mid here, so there's bodies on the other side for Vitality. Certainly you'd hope could find an opener here.
مع ليكويد ما تأهل.
All the way into elbow, right behind this wall.
It's a good shout. How far does he go? Does he stay on this?
Get out of my way!
He's got a double!
Double?
You couldn't ask for a better beginning. Finally for Heretics to get that confidence building. Benji dives in with his
تايم اوت في المحل يا شباب.
The stars aligning here as Sayonara. Well,
you've been
sit
good.
This one out. I don't know if you've been 1v5
good.
سايونارا.
Impressive, wouldn't it?
إذا سويتها
Left on the clock here.
كلتست.
Again, certainly not looking for
بسوي
Heretics to go
للشات
forward and
6-7.
hunt this. They can get an entire purchase under their belt behind this.
And
it's going to align pretty well with this ult cycle as well.
And again, for a team that's playing quite diligently, I wanted to say the Vitality have been very solid in how they're handling those early rounds. Surely the protocol list now just needs to be aware of having that operator in play, right? Why are we leaving the chance of elbow being taken over? Why are we just going through this without considering it at that point? If this is the solution that Heretics want, they need to be on the money now. This is a quick, easy answer for Vitality if they can catch on fast enough.
We're getting three positioned towards bottom mid and a knife towards double doors. You really
هنا بالله التي
what
وبقس
the
اللي
next
جنبك.
step of that process would look like if there is a gap left. I mean, certainly if it's to show intention towards mid, it didn't draw anybody from Heretics. They had three over towards the B side, and Woot happily taking that space at top mid.
Bit of versatility here, but the pace and the tempo is a bit different, more direct. But Woot's almost caught the heel. They do manage to slip past, but the pace isn't really changing. It's Kosh, Moraz,
شوف الوال.
Benji
أقسم بالله إنه يغطي. وصل عندي. في الحوش.
The W key has been held down the whole way. Oh! It is a fumble and a half. That is devastating after the man was a star. Leading up to this point.
والله العظيم
Down to
هذا
Rien's, Boo and Woot. Res there for Boo. Let's see if they get a
ما حد يعرف
chance.
قيمته وحجمه إلى
Look at
الآن.
where these death markers are.
Yeah.
There's no chance of getting back into this. Woot now trying to find something.
Here.
On the way back in, Durko, I believe, just spotted the rifle. Yep.
Oh.
Oh, sorry, the barrel sticking out. Sayonara to clean up. Boo. Find 2 kills here. Re-ends, but wow, actually now that makes it interesting.
ها؟
Yeah, you can hear the spike, but I think it's just gone that little bit away. And again, yes, a couple of kills in the exits. It looks all right, but it's not getting you rounds.
But what's interesting to see here is Vitality's instant decision-making here to address that. Is that right? You want to take elbow?
Right up the
We are
guts.
flying up mid.
That's
flying up mid.
madness. And keep in mind how close Woot was to catching one in the heels, right?
Yeah.
He was a second off
But
that.
the other thing is, you then note the operator. Rian's actually catching Yampi at the end there, but you note the operator at double doors there. He's
We're going.
Cool, green light, B side, let's go.
And Kosh Moraz still yet to get off the starting blocks. Normally, we wouldn't harp on about it, but it's such a stark contrast to how he was performing in those games leading up to this qualification. And we haven't seen him tested like this. He came out flying. He looked confident. He looked locked in. Here, he's locked out. 0-5, and we saw that shot in the last round. He's got to wake up. It's not a one-man game, but when he was so exceptional, we ask big things now.
ماركو.
But again, to come back to the composition here, it's like, what, other than going hyper-aggressive, how do you get Kosh Moraz into the thick of it in some of these rounds?
I mean, we were questioning that during their route
Yeah,
to this point. It was
absolutely.
just
لا لا
this
تعجب
wild
يوتيوب.
aggression, very well handled,
هذا
really
غير.
in your face. But look at the tempo again. Vitality just kind of crossing the T's, dotting the I's. Need to see that protocol list kept in check. They're going to note that Benji's on the switch here as well, over towards the A site. How do they want to approach that?
أنا رابط الأول.
Durko getting the first couple of steps towards that A site itself. Rien's. Sivering getting a bit of chip here, but it's Benji on the invest. He's tucked in a corner. Kosh Moraz on the flank. This could be huge for him. We're going to have the Hunter's Fury on top, taking all the attention, potentially hurting them back. Kosh Moraz finally drawing blood. Woot in the follow-up. We're getting a bit of action now.
والله شغال الهربر.
Perfect to try and hold down this space here. He needs both across Moraz.
There he is.
Will double down.
ما شاء الله تبارك الله.
Finally.
Spike
كان
not planted
شغال.
yet.
I know, they've been held at the door, right? With that Viper's Pit coming in, you had the Hunter's Fury on top. This took a lot to get to this point, but Kron and Sayonara, there's going to be a chance, and it's slim to none. Kosh Moraz remembering who he is. 3 big kills, and another big round now for Heretics.
Both starting 0-3, but both delivering 3Ks now to get themselves back into this opening map. And for a
وغاي
moment
فايبر
there, when
التدير.
the pit actually spreads backwards, sure, it cuts off any further progress behind sight, but doesn't deny that plant. Vitality still
يمنعهم
get a window of opportunity to
لأن الريتيك حقهم غالبا بيجي من اليلو أو الأورنج.
And even here, signs of life, still a 5-2 scoreline. Heretics will break.
هذا كيف مثبت الوينجمان. مصمغ غسته.
To consider here, Yampi just one away from the null command as well. It's Chronicle and Durka to invest.
بالله أبغى أشوف الفلاش يا مخرج مرة ثانية.
Noted how fragile the economy had been. So many exit kills going over the other way, but apparently Vitality don't care. The slow tempo to the quick. Can Heretics now soak the hit again? Simplistic stuff straight up middle, putting both of the players back to the wall. The flash is heaven sent from Yampi. Durka teed up to succeed. Largely on the cards, recovered weaponry. They got the keys to the castle.
Certainly do. A pit here for Chronicle, and it will be invested. Awkward in terms of the spread, but we'll give them an opportunity to cut off some of the approach. I mean, Heretics still look very
بيسيفون؟ الألت حق اوكي.
All right, just bulldozer in, I guess. Keep going. Can you get past Kron? That's going to be tougher, and it's not going to work. You might want to call it quits on this, because Morass fancies his chances. Does he still? Probably not. Yampi setting up this round, and he might be the one to tee it up to close. There. Off the back of the trade, Vitality flipping the script again.
شو رايك في كايو؟ أفضل كاركتر في فالورانت.
I love that.
كيف رايك في كايو؟ أفخم شخصية في اللعبة بالنسبة لي كايو. وأقوى شخصية.
You get two players looking to get aggressive in front of default towards main, but it's the perfect recipe. Unfortunately, there's nobody top mid to really stop that from spiraling out of control so quickly.
We got the double timeout burn here. First half. What's that saying to you, man? I feel like you're trying to get a grip on the roster almost.
To be honest. Some of these round wins for Vitality very telling.
أستغرب نمبر 1 عندي أنا ما فيها كلام. أنا حتى كايو والله، بس يعني الفرق أتكلم عن كايو كقوة، شخصية غثيثة، إذا طاحت في يد واحد فنان أوبي وأتكلم كتصميم وبلاي ستايل انشيتر دولست فنان. أسترى أحب حاجة مختلفة. أسترى مدبرة عقل، عرفت اللي تتحكم بالماب بعيد. بلاي ستايل مختلف أسترى، كلهم كويسين، بس بالنسبة لي أفضل يعني اللي أحبه أكثر كايو.
What the hell's going on with the in-game leadership? What's the call?
إيش قاعد تقول يا بابا؟ بابا إيش قاعد تسبب؟ من اسمك لولي، إيش فيك يا لولي؟ صلعة.
Most of these opening duels are stacked 3 or 4 deep on the side of Vitality. Again, kind of nerfing Boo's ability to go forward with somebody, find a trade, get the res off, and really find the value there. I mean, the low-hanging fruit value of playing the Sage here, and we're not really seeing anything outside of that in terms of the utility to shut Vitality down. It's always a two-pronged approach here from Vitality that's difficult to get value off a slow orb or a wall somewhere.
مو الفلاش انه مو عموما انت اصلع. تمام.
Let's take our time. And is the reward there? Yes, at least in the form of information. Kron can't quite punish it, but he's got Durka in. Man, he makes stages like this just look so comfortable for himself. A treat to watch. And a rough one for Heretics. It feels like they've been trying here, but it was a very simplistic answer to go aggressive on the extremity. And now that puts Wu right in the crosshairs.
Ooh, Durka actually onto the angle behind the cloudburst. Won't be noted just yet. Again, this is all just a bit of a feign of heavy intention towards A here. Crosscraft's got to be careful. Finds that onto Yampi. Big kill to find.
Oh, that's absolutely huge for him as well. Holds the line, denies that quick little pivot that maybe they were working off the back of Durka being a distraction. Now the pivot comes in though. Where does Vitality go? Pick your poison at this point. The stack on B or Woot potentially on A. It looks like they fancy their odds on B. Kosh Morass still patrolling over towards main. Benji pushed up towards that front side. Pillar and Boo on the back lines. There's that wall. 18 seconds. Could buy some good time, but it turns the eyes from Kosh Morass.
Allah barakat.
From the absolute depths to that. What a bailout with time like this. I don't think you got any.
Boo looking to get a little more curious. We'll try and hold on to this as best they can. It's just Durka
انت
to hold on to weapons here. And the first time we've really seen Heretics force a scramble out of Vitality.
انا تقول ما يعلمك ولا شيء. انت روق اوكي. او اسكت وركز الجيم. بديت تكون كرنج ابو خالد. ايش عليك مني؟ كرنج مو كرنج. اسولف ازق في الشات اضفع. خلني مبسوط. ما غلطت على احد ولا زقيت في كبد احد. خلني اتابع البطوله واعلق زي ما ابغى وافصل زي ما ابغى وارد على من ابغى واعلق زي ما ابغى. لا عاد تقول لي اسكت. دي الكلمه تنرفزني. ها شوفني علمتك. لا تقول ما هي بعلومك لانها بتصير علومي.
Heretics to Hangle.
I think they've heard you. Straight up middle, through double doors. I think they might like what you were saying. Now, do they continue? They've seen Boo here early. They've heard the operator. They now know what's going on. The flash before was fantastic. This time, not going to have the same level of success. Sight now under scrutiny, and Woot's in trouble. I doubted it. You can see what Yampy can do on these sites. But now Heretics are in support. They have their players on the right side of the map. You've got to keep your eyes on some of these players. Profect, Sayonara, slicing through the lines, leaving just Kosh, Morass. My God, Vitality, keep it simple, it looks damn good.
I mean, yeah, the slower round, certainly their demise, but another beautiful take. I mean,
افضل جوكر في البطولة. يعني تقدر يلعب ما في الا واحد.
Comfort once more on this role. It's been a long time coming. And Woot just he can't find a comfortable position. Back against the
ببنده ذا اللي اسمه لولي. خاب ببنده. تحداني. ابغى الحين يكتب حاجه بس. خليه يرفع ضغطي مره ثانيه. ادري انه ما سب بس كذا. اليوم بصير بظالم. ابوك يا الولد.
But like I said, these first engagements always stacked up by Vitality. They can't go for the res in this situation.
Oh my God, this is just a beauty to watch, but it's getting hectic on the site. Yampy wants that spike down. He wants a bit of control here. Woot's still patrolling. Benji's unknown, and Rienz is lingering in the back lines. Dirk has done enough. Already takes a bit of work in towards double doors and pushes further.
Spotted him.
He can see the blood in the water, but a miss. Rienz gets to live, but barely breathing on 10. Woot, you've got to be a bit of a hero here because it's all on you in a 1v3. It don't matter. Kron is on an absolute What the hell did that man just do?
نظام شلبي القديم الناس يسببون. انا ما احب السبام ولا احب السوالف الورعين. ابغى اجبدها سوالف ورعين انا ما ابغى. لا اضحك وننبسط ونطقطق اسكبنا بس انا ما بابا روحي اشربي حليب ونامي. روحي يا بابا. قاطعين سر 2026 جاي عندي البث. خذي تايم اوت. تحاكين ثاني مرة زدت ضغطي وبروح اعلم امك وابوك واعطيك انا تايم اوت. ما عني لا. روقي البث زاد 18.
Because I think Heretics had, I don't say the right answer, but it's the one that feels logical. But again, how far do you want to dig deeper here?
قلنا لكم لا تعطون ايباد. عزبه خلي واحد يخلص الثانوي ثم اعطوه ايباد. يجي في المتوسط يجلس على ايباد ويكتب لي وانا عمري 30 سنه كيف اواكب؟ كيف اواكب؟ لازم اقول لها 6-7 ارقدي 6-7 عشان تضحك هي وتنبسط وتسوي لي سبسكرايب. لا ببندك. خل نتابع الله يرحم امكم.
Yeah, he's good. He's still good here. Nah, you don't. You wouldn't dare go that far. Oh, okay, it's fine. Koshmaras got that. I was so scared Durko was going to do something stupid with that. But it's fine. He's won his fight there. They've won out on that side of the map. But the pivot's already coming in here. Can Heretics identify that in time?
30 seconds left.
We're going to get a sound cue here on the back of Rien's position. Standing ahead. That's not going to find him. Yampy will find Woot though. 20 seconds left on the clock, Laurie.
They're going into 3 here. They've picked the harder side of the map. They don't know about it. The rotation's in. Rienz and Boo standing side by side, holding the line. 13 seconds and a young gun has to do it all.
10 seconds left.
3 players and a spike to plant. Come on. This one's done for Boo to close the account.
ابو خالد ادي عصامك تعودين عليك رايق. انا رايق بالعكس بس كنت قديما يلا بسيبدا اجامل اشوف اقول واسكت اعطى فرصه اكسبه كمتابع الحين ما عاد فيه.
Heretics were happy to commit to some of the
أنا أخوي الكبير.
Wu kind of probing maybe.
حياكم والله ونعم 7 أنعام. بنبني دول اللي قدامكم يا عيال الكريمة موجودين.
Diving in a sec, but that is the place to look at because we called out the fact that they were very slow on the start, but they got themselves towards the top of the board. They did start coming online towards that later part of this, but look at elbow and they might fall.
يلا البستل.
I don't know.
جيبت إيش ولا لا؟
The temptation too much to back away from it, but Chronicle again, the confidence is sky high and it's going to be punished. And Durka on the delivery though, trading it out for V2. The early damage is there.
Even early on there, what is that from Durka? Just
والله أنا تفجبته.
Come on, man.
A glance into main, Yampi to find the killing blow. Another pistol converted here from Vitality. 4 left standing, Lauren.
And keep in mind, this team was one of the lowest rated pistol.
ما عندي تعليق. ما عندي.
Shocking at it. What's a difference?
You see this back into main. Beautiful stuff. Unfortunately, maybe a little blind faith required here in the second half. Heretics on the back foot once more. Guardians, Durka just open. Yampi actually the one to invest the most here. Heretics might get spotted out by this try. You need to on the way. I mean, the TP spotted previously, not placed here, so be any early indicators for Vitality to go forward, but don't expect them to. I mean, the benefit of the scoreline.
هو موجود في الميد على اساس انه يقدر يسمك البوث. انا فايب اقدر يسمك البي بس في حال احتاج وال. one way.
Don't fear just yet. Obviously, I think the memory of how close the previous series was, and on this map especially as well, is going to be in mind. I mean, Lotus, similar situation too, so...
كيف بس الرول بلاي ابو خالد؟ والله ما فهمت. ايش معناته الرول بلاي يعني ايش؟
May not be there. We don't know. You're just this map's not done.
No, it's certainly not.
Lotus could certainly be an opportunity to turn things around for that individual.
Sayonara, getting ready to set. Oh my word! It's sharp stuff from Chronicle. It is only pistols, so making it look quite easy here. And sadly for Heretics, I think they're not getting those little win conditions they were looking for. Potentially a chance to get a plant or catch a player. No, catching nothing here. Chronicle just building up ult orb after ult. Look at that, 4 kills. Simple stuff for them, very
بخالد تكفى كلم لي ايمن خويي جدسي. والله ما ادري انا بثي واتش بارتي ولا. الو ايمن، ايمن حبيبي، ايمن اذا نايم اصحى من النوم يا قلبي. ايمن خويك معنا هنا في الدس اسمه ريفو يقول تواصل مع دس لو سمحت ولا روح لديسكورد. يلا ايمن يلا شطور يلا ايمن قوم من النوم ينتظرك خويك لا تسحب عليه. يلا قالب امها بيبي سيتر انا ولا.
However, a buy in hand now, Koshmaras. I need you to really find that X factor again. There's the flash in. Boo going to be able to tuck himself away towards main. But Vitality looking like they want to be bullish in approach. They want to keep this space. They want to stamp their authority very early on. And I like the reaction on the other side.
Again, بروحون كونتاكت بيه مرة ثانية.
Traditional in approach.
Two players here give me early signs of indication.
أفضل سموكر قدامك.
Has to respect this though. Big reveal coming through. No spam. To connect here and a wall. Potentially secure control for the time being. Plant will come through. Full 5v5 in the post. Koshmaras the only one to really take notable damage here.
And it feels like Vitality were playing to the potential of this, considering how deep they were sat on B. There was never going to be like a risk to life unless someone went insanely deep on that. Durka trying to spam away, but Boo the one to take potentially first contact. We do see a late bit of presence coming in through elbow as well. There's the reveal. Anyone punished? No. Again, being held back by the wall, by the util, by everything that's in play. Vitality aren't getting much of a look in here. As Profek tries to take a look, it's Wu to find Kron. Maybe just trying to keep him locked in at this point.
أبوك البوست.
Something with
أبوك
this.
البوست.
Durka's doing a lot of something with it.
بس قلت واحد.
Okay. I mean, round's gone, right? Round is gone, but
Yeah, but I mean, the damage is huge. This damage is massive.
Oh, Benji,
Nice!
needed something.
With the scoreline here, everybody falling there. Again, yes,
حلوة.
the round goes in their favor, but it doesn't exactly enable a comeback.
No, it
Springboard off
doesn't.
this round victory.
اشوف اومن احسن من هاربر هنا.
Yeah, fair enough.
اذا تحتاج اجريسيف ايه، بس اذا تحتاج سموكر حقيقي فعلا هاربر، لان اومن مو بطال، بس اذا معك تشامبر ما تحتاج اومن، اذا معك هاربر ما تحتاج اومن. هاربر يغطي بوث وانت مرتاح ويعطيك كنترول ميد كسولو، لكن اومن سموك طبيعي اي بي ما يعطيك كنترول للميد او سبليت زي هاربر. هاربر او بي، لاحظ هاربر هنا او بي، ماني قاعد اقول كويس، قاعد اقول او بي وكسولو. ولو تضيف معه سموكر ثاني مثل فايبر او استرا، انك ما تحتاج استرا. بس جزاك الخير خير. العفو حبيبي. وكالعاده جاب 4.
Koshmaras denied on the scale up if you wanted to burst towards backside, but it's Profek who takes a look and takes a life. Bye-bye Koshmaras. And there's no trade, and there's no pressure back in. They're starting to look like
شوف ايش مسوي، شوف الوال من الميد دور اللي هنا، بعدين نزل لك سموك، والسموك بيقعد 20 ثانية. والله ما قصر والله. 3v2.
Into their place. Heretics
نفس أمن ياخذ وقت.
Sayonara getting the info on one, and he still has that reveal. Double swing. Oh, it's so easy for Vitality. How are they making it look simple in these
أستر هنا برضه فنانة، أفضل من أمن. أنا أشوف هنا أسترا كسولو سموك، تقدر تلعب أسترا وتقدر تلعب هاربر، الاثنين ذولا فقط. فايبر تلعب بس مو سولو صراحة. فايبر متنرف لدرجة إنها ما عاد سموك، تحسنها سنتينل، تحسنها زي سيج على ميني هاربر والمده بسيطه، على طول ينزل على طول ينزل ولا 10 ثواني، كانك تلعب كلوف. شفت لما كلوف تسمك بس، فانت تلعب فايبر بذا الاسلوب، كانك ماخذ كلوف بس اللهم عندك وال. هذه فايبر في ذا الماب، ما هي مين سموك، بس تاخذها عشان بليس تلغرك ولا شغل، والالت مفيد زي كلوف. الالت مفيد، سموك لما تموت بليس تلعب اجريسيف وكذا. لكن استر تصلح سولو، هاربر يصلح سولو، اومن يصلح سولو. الافضل هاربر، بعدين يجي استر واومن. يريد اجريسيف ليومن، تبغى باسف اكثر ومور سنتينل وديفنس وليرك، جو استر.
God damn, they've been working, man. They've been working. Look at that little like jump spot that they've got on this. Filth.
لان البلاي ستايل
Heretics looking for a new solution, a new way forward, a new.
معلومه طويله صعب اشرحها، خلينا نشوف الراوند.
Eyes are already there. I'm seeing Kron look that way. Seeing Sayonara could be, maybe keep it in mind already. Prophet coming over, it's Durka given the freedom to fight, and then Sayonara goes in. Great work from Benji, but quickly handled. As Boo and Koshmaras might need to face the music on this 112, looking like it's fated to be on the boards here. Maybe a believer, Boo.
Wow.
بلا دفع مواليد.
I mean, it ain't pretty. Yeah, it ain't pretty.
بيدري انه مين الان.
It leaves him down low though.
ببيكه بفلاش لابد.
Can't make it there any faster now. Support's on the way.
Slide on, find the first. Yampi cleaned up here.
30 seconds left.
He's seen
Off
one.
the rifle. They try and make a stand here.
I don't think he knows they're there so fast. I mean, Durka's had a bit of a map here as well. Quietly working.
أنا قلت فيتاليتي بيفوز.
Putting them up to 12 rounds now.
وقلت اللي بيهزم فيتاليتي أتوقع إذا مشى توقعاتي صح فوت.
Looking at this.
لما يقابل فوت يفوز.
Losing a lot of that burst.
What a display from Vitality in this opening map. And if there was any questions about coming back to probably a little.
ما جنوا أنفسهم ترى. تي اتش ما اختار فيتاليتي ترى. آخر من طلع في القرعة تي اتش. واللي توب 3 ما اختاروا فيتاليتي، يدرون إنه فيتاليتي من ال. وانا قايل لكم ذا الشيء. كان اللي بياخذ فيتاليتي زي ما ذا كنا نعرف أليكس على كلام جرت، بس تيما قال له انا ابغى شيء اجريسيف.
Man, he wants them buried. You can see he wants to go further. Oh, he is. He actually is hunting them down. Brienne's, he can't run away. Durka is just hunting them round the map. Down to 4, they get a plant. And they put 2 on him. More than man marking at this point. But he still fancies a go, can't do it. Benji stands tall.
لا
Good follow-up
خسرها.
from Kosh Moras. We're in a 4v3.
كل واحد
Yampi
بس
and
تكفى يامبي.
Sayonara next in line. But Numbers sitting with Heretics here.
حلوة
To the
منك.
good, but still a chance here for Vitality to get something. Chronicles
Fast.
found Benji. Sayonara here looking to get aggressive onto default.
Oh,
There's
plant
Kosh
ستيل.
Moras. Oh, that's nice. Woot comes into effect as Kron. The time might decide this, and simply they do not want to play his game.
يدرون يشوفون كل
To wait
يمين.
to watch, and a lifeline, a little bit of hope potentially found.
والله انا ماني بعطي، انا ليش ما ابغى ليش ابى بنده؟ لانه ما هو مكانه والله. يبغى يسوي لي ريج بيت وواضح انه صغير في السن، ف انا بالعاده ابند بس قل اللي يكون قليل ادب ولا يغلط ولا يسب. يلا معليش حبيبي، تكبر وتتعدل.
All right, round by round, boys. Name of the game. No more timeouts, no chances until you get to OT.
لا
That'll
ريج
be
بيت
the
ما
first
مسموح.
time you could even speak to your coaches.
هذاك اول
Kosh
مسموح.
Moras,
ريج بيت
12
تايم
to
اوت.
13 so far.
يتمادى باند.
First time really being on stages like this.
نفسيتي اهم والله من اني اتحمل ريج
Already
بيت.
coming away a little bruised off of that first engagement. But look at the other side. Oh, that's messy from him. Not what I'm used to seeing. We know his caliber. It's not on display here today.
Get the sight at least on the back of that.
ما جاء شيء ابد. اي لاني من يوم حطيت ذا النظام صار عاقل. انا انبه ما اعطي فجأة. لولي الحين جديدة كم اعطيته تنبيه؟ مرتين. خلاص تابع الجيم.
Widest swing of your life there. Yampi does get traded down, but he's going to be able to tell him exactly where Boo is, where all of them pretty much are. The swing, and it ain't a miss this time. Sayonara there, Boo in unison. Rez now considered invested. Boot's back on his feet. Yampi still punishing. It's still there, though. Got to play it forward. Benji, the last line of hope for Heretics now.
He's got Snakebite.
And he's
really
got
slowed
time.
this down.
Benji's got every tool possible here. He is being walked on, and Sayonara's caught him. Time is going to be tight, but I'm pretty sure, Mike, they've only gone and done it.
GG.
13 to 6.
دماغهم ايزي. نكست لوتس.
Looking in control.
اي شغل. تبغى ازقق عليك تسوي لي فولو. عندي بخشمي. سلم علي. خلاص تعال البث واقعد عندي هني واسحب اسم عشوائي وانتهى الموضوع.
Certainly opportunity, like I said, with this old cycle. Kosh Moras going forwards once more. Oh, big catch here on the nade.
لا اتوقع في توصيل ما ادري بس تقصد انه السعوديه بس.
Into that one here. Haven't seen that investment, but it certainly catches Vitality off guard here. And around to come out of a timeout like that.
ما تدري تتواصل معهم وانت تشوف الموضوع الا في شركه توصل. لا ما في الا توصيل اللي عندي انا في الحي اللي في الرياض بس هم اللي يجيهم في السعوديه. يا اخي ما ادري والله خلاص اذا فزت تفوز تواصل معهم ووصلوا ما وصلوا لك سووا بها اللي تبغاه. المشتغل تتكلموا في 60 موضوع خلوه يشوف الزق. وين المندوب؟
Boo and Benji have to deliver on C site alongside this though.
Yeah, and it looked like Vitality was still maybe eyeing up finishing on that C site, so they've still got Yampi here. Does Benji know about this? I mean, he certainly does now. Handles Yampi with ease. And Woot in support. 30 seconds. Wanted, but Prophet can left with an uphill battle. 24 seconds.
I mean, TP here for Prophet, but
صح. في توصيل جميع زق الطفى الخرا وين؟ ما في توصيل وبكره ما في جيف اواي ولا حد يذكرني وخرا على الشغله.
You gave them an inch, and they might be taking the mile now. That is 3 rounds to their name after what was a dreary first map, a worrisome beginning into map 2. And now knocking at the door of tying up all even.
Hard work's not done just yet though. Still a buy in hand here for Vitality. Like I said, ult's still a factor to consider. Actually an operator in hand for Durka, so probably indicator of a slower approach here. See what Durka can get done. It's only the TP of Boo available for Heretics. Catching the top here, Chronicle might just double down, and he absolutely does. Shutting down this early aggression as Heretics look to really take matters into their own hands.
And here comes the burst. Benji instantly gonna be noted. This is gonna ask so much of the man here. He's got pressure left, right and center. Succeeding on one but overwhelmed by the other. The swing from the smoke gives Wu a way in, but Chronicle on a heater again. Single-handedly making this round look like vitalities.
Just like that, something to maybe humble any sort of confidence Heretics were starting to build after a string of rounds.
ربنا في عزك.
Chronicle pixel perfect with the first and catches Kosh as he tries to retreat. Stuff here, Chronicle leading the charge 11-4 for Vitality.
Always been an X-Factor player, isn't he, Chronicle? Again, it was kind of that conversation of what's Fnatic gonna be like without him there? Do they lose much? And people kind of say, you know, umming and ahhing about it, but you see it in moments like that with him, that pedigree in full display. And Durka not gonna share the limelight either. A man who's known those great heights as well. But Kosh Moras, a new man to this stage, to try and hold his own against some of the most experienced players there are, some of those decorated. Right now he's got a smoke to do it in. Played in.
Clear him. Boom, but will though.
30 HP and he'd be lucky to get out of here alive. The utility poured on. And the site under scrutiny.
Aid will prevent any progress from Boo going forwards here. Kosh down to 30. Getting locked out of this initially. Plant will come through and Sayonara with a pit to close off one of the avenues of approach. A ton of ground to cover to get even closer to the site here through this pit.
Yeah, a bit tricky because there is a little bit of an avenue forward. And you can see they want to try and springboard towards Durka. Taking it away, but a quick reaction. Vitality standing in unison this time. Crossing the T's, dotting the I's, and making sure to not let this game slip between their fingertips.
لأنه بيلحق ببومبت قال يمكن يجي تايمينج.
Kill timing. Benji was on a pistol to come into this court here on a.
بعدين هذا جمب بيك. طلع جسمك كله.
A ton of scrutiny, so much util sent forwards here. The diligence, I guess the other side of the equation here, we did see Vitality a little complacent, at least a reset in terms of these protocols. We'll get them number 6. Durka just missing one more for the showstopper. The Heretics back down to pistols now. Potentially another huge first half advantage here in terms of the scoreline. Heretics can build back in. He's trying to catch a spam, but no connection on the other side of that. If anything, it just really eggs Vitality on. Finally, the rotation will come through. 2 more players here to try and bolster this A-site hold, but probably going to be behind this a little bit. Now I'm a little concerned. Vitality haven't actually scaled onto site just yet. You've got 2 players going towards stairs.
Yeah.
That's the spike, though.
What are we doing here? What's the plan?
يروحون بي. يروحون بي.
Have they seen enough that scared them in this? They don't like.
They have to go B.
I think they're desperately trying to bait somebody from Heretics out into an engagement, but
They will go B. They will go B.
now you've got to worry about how committed some of these positions are on site.
This does feel sketchy.
Yes, they will go B. I told you.
One seen nothing, no challenge on B. He's committed on it, ahead of the wall. And with this amount of freedom, surely you are massively question marking what's going on A. This should be enough. That should be the pivot point. They spotted the trap, but they still fought for it. Rien's going to manage to catch Durka. Well. That is a big scalp to claim here. Perfect trying to cycle the weapon back, but he's got bigger problems right now. They're at the doorstep. They're trying to knock it down.
Nice cover للجن والكل شيء.
Huge. Woot, Boo and Benji
desperate
to try and find a pathway back in.
Boo's got paranoia here from Link. Sent through, it does connect here. Woot's managed to come through, but Chronicle to shut down too, Lauren. Absolutely great work. Boo now, unfortunately, 20 HP. Unable to have a say. I mean, the paranoia could have been huge there, but Chronicle unaffected. I mean, thank God for that. Catching Woot here on the Satcher in.
برافك يلعب بعقله مرة.
Maybe they can retrieve this off.
يفضل عقله على ايمه. يعني تشوفه نادر ما يقيم بس دائما يفكر.
This is a must win for Heretics. Look at the buy behind this. Yes, we'll get an operator in hand, but we're on the brink of potentially a 9-3.
Yes.
بس خذها في اليوتل وفي البوزيشن.
Woot, can you get involved early? Dirk already has. That's the C site looking vulnerable.
That peak again.
يامين
It's not the first time he's
بالله.
had this.
نفس
This is repetition
المكان.
now. That's concerning. Benji.
What happened last time? They cleared Kosh with the util.
Yeah, it was the Prowler first, but then it was the Boombot that caught him on that point. But look, they've got more tools to play with now. Ults to be invested. He has to back away, goes back for seconds. A Prowler this time. The utility and protocols are perfect. Rienz can only do one. He can't find more than that. Overwhelmed and shut out. Boo and Woot are a mile away from being able to change this.
I mean, a rifle and an op here.
Spike planted.
In the retake, it was no surprise to see him hold on to this. Like I said, round 12's purchase would have been awful. Everybody was to fall. I mean, even coming out of this, what, Kosh, 300 credits, an ultimate, sure, but Rienz and Benji
مضطر يسيف.
will be penny pinching here.
I don't think the bargain bin's going to save him now. Boom, Woot, this is tough. Because there was that small window, right? And I was so ready to lay
خايف من اتاك تي اتش.
Vitality for letting that sort of
اللي راحت
slip.
9-3.
But the fact that they can tighten up after it,
easy
I
as
know, it was right there, right there.
والمشكلة تدري متى يروحون له
I
بي
know, the
سي؟
hate watch.
يا
But
سي 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 سي
really,
سي.
in my eyes, also
تدري متى
goes
يروحون
to
له سي؟
one Yampy, obviously, for keeping
إذا
people
معهم
in the right
ألت
place,
فيت
but
وغالبا
Oracle
يدوقون
stepping up massively as an impact
وبومبت.
player too.
What, around 5, 6
ويقرفون ام السموك 60 مرة ويدخل ساتشر يدخلون وراه. فيطفشونه.
Finding 2 rounds.
طفشونه مرتين فيت قلت.
towards C and
أو
Benji.
مرة في السي مرة في
Unfortunately, the first domino to fall in a sequence of events.
العجيب مو بهنا إن بنجي كيف طاح في الفخ
Leading
مرتين من نفس
And he's
المكان.
back on the
17 and
operator.
4 back on the operator.
And he was kind
when
of
he's
filled with
seen
it.
what he's done with it on
نفس
Breeze.
لا
Okay, Benji, you're not going to do the same thing
Benji.
again, though, right?
تستهبل.
Maybe.
I mean,
Kosh on
unfortunately,
the
with this
corner,
buy,
Kosh on the
you'd want
corner.
them to go forwards.
Kosh Morass up against
Woo!
Kosh
أعلى.
won it. That time a different outcome.
لا ما توقعتها.
Further commitment.
والله
It looks like
مطوع زعل.
Vitality want to keep that pace and tempo high. Prowler sent in, gonna at least reveal that they're still nearby. That looked close to a big tag, but not to beat.
Go forwards with a spike here.
Yampy. Yampy, you're the first man in, and you're doing it kind of solo. And yeah, a quick clear. Woot making light work of Sayonara. This felt a little messy. I don't think this had to be at this tempo, but they wanted it this fast.
Woot's now got a showstopper.
كيف الطريقة طيبة الحين؟
It's a huge opportunity here. It's a
نبش
3v5
الأوب.
Vitality.
بس ما معنى يوتل.
I mean, it was all said
كيف
and done. It would be
الطريقة؟
worst case scenario in 8-4, but certainly this was leading towards Vitality finding 9 here in the first half.
Yeah, but this could be a godsend for Heretics, but Prophet gonna find one. Rienz on the trade. They have numbers to play with. Prophet can't do any more. Falls. Dirk dead. Heretics. Silver lining just about maintained there.
Crucial here for Heretics to remain composure coming out there.
Good half, good half, good half, good half.
Yes, it's an A4, but a saving grace at least to get that one on the board, Lauren. The end of this first
إيه
half.
شفنا
They
يا
desperately needed
نجد.
it. After what was a real shutout for most 3 rounds of respite
يلا
almost to claim the final one.
إعلان
Maybe enough
الهاف.
to ignite some hope going forward as Vitality still standing strong.
بصلي العشاء واجيكم تمام.
Didn't have to play, you know, a team from another region that you don't really have much in terms of context, and probably a team that could really turn things around. What's just happened there then?
Oh, even he looks surprised. Tell me you saw that camera reaction. And it looks like they are literally bang on the same spot on the minimap. This put a fork in it, man. This one looks done. All right, recovery mode. Boo, Rienz, and Kosh Morass, thank you. Picture in picture. You've just made it bad to worse. Rienz has suddenly come alive. I said he was absent. That's one way to get me paying attention. Prophet trying to be a little slippery here. Deceptive in approach. But Rienz looking like he's got a hot hand here. The Prowler gonna at least be taken on the bait there. I don't know if Prophet can clear Kosh Morass, who is only on 5, but without a trade of Rienz.
What?
Oh my God, Prophet, maybe. Whoa! What is this round? Boo left in a 1v2. He's on site, he's got paranoia, but he's up against the big boys. Kron already doing nasty things. Sends a paranoia, doing the dance, trying to get closer.
Profek and Kron, man.
What is that?
Kron's on his feet, for
Let them
God's
know.
sake.
Let them know.
This clearance, it's Profek onto Kosh again with a clearance that is just insane. 5 HP, doesn't need a headshot, by the way. But on the fadeaway, that's the opener.
He's so cold, man.
That is ridiculous from Profek.
Reading that little setup, right? That like, okay, on contact. There'll be the swing off the back by box, and look at him.
Absolutely sensational. Vitality to find another pistol in this series. Could that be the nail in the coffin? Heretics have to, they have to do something. As far as I'm concerned, win out here.
Yep. There's not so many ways we can cut it now, right? The bar has been set. It has been for a while. We were hoping that Heretics would find that spark, reignite some of that magic we saw to get them to this stage. There are no easy routes here in London. It's earned at this point. For Heretics, it looked like they'd done the hard work before, but absolutely shocked in this one. Outclassed.
Toxin screen down.
But it needs to be now. Sayonara does fall. Okay, first chance made. They get a bit more. Into patrol, gonna catch Wu. Brilliantly done, beheads him quickly. Oh, it's all for Daka! And maybe the 5, the crowd wants it. And call him the hometown hero. Hell, make Daka the villain this time, Benji! A little 1-2 punch right back.
30 seconds left.
2 more for you, perhaps. He's got the flash. He's caught him on the run. Benji! Oh, it would have been brilliant.
One of these first 2 rounds.
Man, I'll take that every day.
Second half. Vitality will find double digits regardless, but another lineup here. Durka finding 4. Ridiculous start to this second half. It's Vitality to come away with a chance once more to convert a bonus or do as good as previously done.
Yeah.
Rian's unfortunately only bringing Sheriff in here. And Vitality certainly riding
I'm out of here.
Right,
Mitchell's out here, yeah.
Burns our line. Flash trap destroyed.
This is good so far. Taking the box for the Heretics. They pick the right side of the map, basically. Just got to be a little bit cautious, but should be fine for now. The Danger Men, Yampi, Durka, and Profek, just because of weaponry alone. But with the plant down, Heretics need to stabilize here.
Going super aggressive.
I mean, Gosh Morass being aggressive, not the worst thing in the world. Heretics just need to hold their nerve. They really can't fumble this one.
Well, the Vitality already settle for
Cover going out.
the contingency in doing damage. Invested here, but Profek's found the first on the way in.
I don't think they're settling for anything, Michael, but Gosh Morass is going to try and hold on. Oh! Stylish on the 3rd, and should be enough to keep this one secure. The time being the determining tune to this, as Benji gonna find the couple few, you'd imagine. Yampi gonna make it away, does recover at least the Phantom.
Rians will fall, but again, he's the one that didn't really guess coming in here. So 2 weapons maintained for Heretics. Is that going to be enough? Vitality now able to invest behind this. Durka's on the showstopper already. Profek 1 away from a TP. It has to be perfection from here on out, considering what we've seen so far from Heretics. Gosh Morass looking a little more comfortable now. And can that be the deciding factor, Lauren?
That's what we will listen to in this round. We will be hearing from the Heretics comms, as once again they look to pressure Chronicle. Do they continue on that pathing? Do they feel it's the weak spot to be exploited? Or do they change their minds? We already heard Vitalities, so I'd be curious to see how it compares. Benji needs to be careful, not get overwhelmed here. Let's listen to now how they're going to puzzle this one out.
No smokes, guys, no smokes. Can you pick up me?
One more, gonna reclaim me on A. I'm gonna play with my
Okay, Benji, when you go back, now pick a B, better.
Okay, good.
Okay,
I
just
go.
pick up a B so there is no gap.
We need to pick.
Don't divide circle,
I can
okay?
proud, I can pick at the same time, okay? Yes. 1, 2.
Taking.
Nothing close. Yes. Can
Wait for some. Wait for some.
Okay, just tell me
Ready,
when.
guys?
Yes, I'm ready to paranoid if
Yeah.
Go! He's blind, he's blind.
There is no turns. I might be there. I'm coming late, wait.
One shot. Nice, good job.
I'm going.
Guys, careful float with result.
Okay.
Guys, out, pillar.
I'm holding.
Nice.
Nice.
Chill. Guys, I'm gonna tap.
Okay, this looks like it should be kind of all going the way. And the difference in comms was quite drastic, to be fair. Super serious, very drilled. Hold on, yeah, Rien's. Do you get away? Do you live? You don't! He's got the dead. Showstoppers there. Does he invest? Still 2 satchels to play with too. Nothing on the horn, kind of indicating they're all towards water. Trade there for Benji. Durka, a 1v2, misses the jump. Has to go back for a second. Oh my god. 7 bullets, dealt with. Boo, good stuff to bury that one before it got too deadly. But a very different comm sort of environment, it felt like.
Certainly still, I mean, feels a little frantic. At least here, a big win out early on from Benji.
One enemy down.
A little scrappy coming out of the smoke here. At least round on the board.
Let's go!
Vitality going to be unable to close this one out quickly. Be minimal investment here, still the chance of Durka
Where are they?
doubling down
There.
if he finds the kill. Side attack there at least. Kosh in check early on here. Benji, Boo, and Kosh all very close. This first ult cycle aligning for Heretics. Now that could amount to a string of rounds. And win this one, they're within 3.
Yeah. That just gives them so much chance to gap close. And Heretics showing some real caution. Just got to be careful to not fall into the trap of walking into the stack. We can see where it is. You'd almost imagine all the big guns over on A, surely no one else will be there. Well, there's 3 others waiting. Let's see if Heretics can puzzle this one out themselves. Can they figure out? They're still heading this way. I'm a bit concerned here. They could be going into what is the stacked side of the map here, but it is just pistols, but Prophet with the paranoia. Can't quite get out of this for now. He's managed to play his life, and Sayonara with a double! You don't get to! Durka Sayonara!
Spike down A.
This is a massacre on A,
left.
a mistake made. And Boo now has to face the consequences. The leader in game has to deal with what they've just done, walking into the stack, eyes wide shut.
The one thing you didn't want to see was Vitality.
The problem is we've got here, and suddenly it doesn't have that same spark. However, it's not over yet. It's 6-11. We go back in. Speaking of the man, the ult's going to be coming down. He's going to just take matters into his own hands. He's a mile ahead of the rest of his side, and he wins his fight.
Just about wins out versus Yampi as well. Sayonara. Get out. He does actually get caught. Root will capitalise. Heretics right out.
لا شت ولد والله طولت انا كذا.
The A site here, and Durka and Prophet left.
باي
Will
هاف
he clear him
مين
once more?
Yes, he does. Okay, head to the paint shot, all good.
شكلها كم
Can't
باك.
catch a break versus Prophet today. Boo to shut things down. A thrifty converted
Right
on
back
the
at
other
ya.
side, yeah, by Heretics in response. Vitality to come out. Probably with the upper hand still, though. I mean, the buy's going to be there or thereabouts. They have a ton to offset that. Everything except Yampi's. Woot does have a showstopper.
11-7 يحتاجون هذا الباي حقهم. يعني فوق
Another round now for Kosh to take over. It was the ultimate, really. Similar sort of situation as previous.
I'll find you.
Single-handedly delivering a round for Heretics.
At this point, you almost have to be fixated with the belief that you can bring this back if you're Heretics. It has to become a genuine thing you believe in, and Kosh Moras is giving you a reason to believe in it. Taking over Tree by removing Chronicle, it gives them those first couple of steps towards the A site. You already see the Vitality sitting quite deep to this. Kosh Moras is playing a game here that's starting to gather at least a bit of interest for me, as how far does he want to go? Far! He wants to go deeper and he dies for it! Durka gets 2, suddenly Wu hits the hat. Got to hit the panic button. Finds Sayonara, but right back at you. That one's gonna land as well. 3v2, the spike's not down. No security,
Player
and no
standing.
life left. Boom! Buried, it's 12.
بينهون الليلة. بينهون
Be the
أمها.
killing blow. Heretics, you have to string something together here for sure, but a couple of players are going to struggle financially. Kosh still finds the opener here, but the trade-off of showstoppers just suits Vitality.
One enemy remaining.
With the spike not going down initially, they can't really
على الجهات
reset.
اللي
They
راحت
have to
والباي.
keep fighting forwards, and instead Vitality will just welcome that. Still, on the investment as well. Only Durka to throw in there.
Weapon here.
فاست بوش ولا؟
Looking to go aggressive here. Ton of players from Heretics on the other side.
Has he got somewhere to be? No, he's still going.
والله
They're
بجحت
still
كذا.
fighting forward. The paranoia did not land.
واو.
Will not die. It takes reasons to take an individual stand to try and stem the bleed. But Benji gonna get caught off guard.
Benji لازم يشيله.
Got you spotted. And now they're going hunting
شاله.
again.
Winnable.
Audacity, disrespect on display. But Benji heads up, but head removed. Rien's the last man alive. 1v2 required. 4 kills overall, a necessity now. He takes the walk towards the site.
مع
He's got
دق مع
space to play
سيز.
with, and he's got time.
Actually, they're
يبغى له
really well
يلعب.
played this, so plenty of
التريب
opportunities for
بدون
Rian to
فلسفة.
find a
Spike
position
planted.
that favors him. Sayonara and Yampi will split. We'll regroup here to clear out some of this early space.
They're fast to this as well, not really making much of a subtlety to it either. We will hear it. Rien's
They
a
trade
magic
off.
man of once before, but sayonara! Welcome to the big stages, kid! You look good at it! 13-7. They do need to go and defuse. They nearly forgot that one. But changing the narrative, leaving history in the past.
عشان راح يدفز.
New chapter.